right. Next.
Morning.
So I can abuse you.
First of all, you're just a god. Thank you for just doing all your work and providing your voice for all of us to hear and anything you've been in. As for my question, considering with the recent events between Disney and Marvel, I was wondering if they made a Wolverine versus animated feature. In your opinion, what Disney character do you think that Wolverine would totally want to throw down with?
I suppose I would have to define that by what you mean by throw down.
End all be all
yes,
match.
Yeah. Well, Goofy for one. Goofy is one of my favorite characters of all time, so I think I'd have to mix it up with Goofy a little bit. I'd like to see how well he can take a kick to the head. And Stitch, it would be pretty fun, I think. Yeah, and I got to be in Lilo and Stitch and had a very small part in that, and I fell in love with that character anyway. So I mean, he's got claws, Wolverine's got claws, so it'd be a pretty good match.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Think about that. Thank you. Arigato.
Hi. May I ask something to the audience real fast?
Pardon me?
May I ask something to the audience?
Absolutely.
Okay, you all grew up with Cowboy Bebop as like one of your first animes, right?
Yeah!
Who grew up with Toonami?
Yeah!
As a voice acting like the main character from Cowboy Bebop and also Tom from Toonami, did you ever think that you would have this much of an impact on people's lives?
I had no idea. And that actually didn't really occur to me until, I think it was earlier this year. I went to a con somewhere, I don't remember where it was. And somebody said that they were really, they broke down, they were actually crying in front of me when we were talking about Toonami ending. And they said that they grew up watching Toonami. They felt like a part of their childhood was over and they had to grow up now. And it you know, I kind of do my job and I go on to the next thing and I don't watch a lot of what I do. And it didn't even really occur to me how many people were watching, tuning into Cartoon Network and seeing all those shows for so many years. And just knowing that I was a little piece of someone's childhood was a very humbling thing to hear. And I remember on the last day of recording our last Toonami session, we were on the phone, all of it was over the phone. The guys are in Atlanta, I'm in LA. And we were all kind of tearing up on the phone. It's really hard to get those last words out. It had become part of us too. And much more for them, I think, knowingly. But for me, I didn't realize how connected I was to that. And you know, there'll always be a part of me that I'm feeling only Toonami. You know?
Thank you.
It's getting me to cry again, man.
I just have two requests. Can you talk as Guillemot?
Yeah, I actually wrote down some, that's what my cheat sheets are for.
Chakachaman, will you bring me some more bread later? Right now it's sleepy by nappy time. Chichivolve, choo! Koalman!
I'm sorry?
Can you call for Big O?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh, doesn't matter. I'm gonna have to get away from the mic because I'll hurt you. Big O! Showtime! Oh, and by the way, Dorothy, yes, I am a louse.
Number one, my entire teenage life was around Cowboy Bebop. I'm such a big fan of it. You're the best voice ever.
Wow, thank you, and I'm sorry.
Okay, I also grew up on Rurouni Kenshin. Can you do Shishio's voice?
Yeah!
You know, I don't even remember. I don't remember the voice. It's been so long. Can anybody here help me? What was it, like a raspy thing or?
Yeah,
Kind
it
of
was
really
raspy.
deep and gravelly.
Deep and gravelly, like that.
Yeah.
Deep Orochimaru style.
Orochimaru, something
Deep.
like that.
Deep. Deeper.
Speak deeper.
Pretend you're like all burned up and stuff. Late night.
No, that's one of those shows that it's been so long.
Oh yeah, you were only in so many episodes.
I do. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll work on that. I'll have that for the next con.
Okay.
I have two questions. You probably get this a lot, but what inspired you to get into voice acting?
Well, I think initially, I've always been messing around with voices since I was a little kid. And I never thought that I could do it as a career, never even considered it. And certainly my parents never considered that that would be a possibility. Even to this day, they still tell me I should have a backup career. But I think when it really hit for me was around the time of Bebop that I realized that we're actually acting here. Because prior to that, I'd done a lot of characters, and some of them pretty badly. And I realized that voice acting really was acting, and that I had to become an actor to do this. And it was something that I really hadn't considered. I was looking more towards music and other areas of entertainment. But I don't know, when I realized that I could actually get paid for burping and farting into a microphone, I thought, you know, this I can do. So it was like 17 years of figuring it out, and I'm still figuring out whether or not I can do this. So I'm sort of always waiting for that ball to drop. I'm not one of the typical actors that went to school for it and studied Shakespeare and suffered in the theater. I just sort of did this as an organic thing on the side and eventually morphed into the job. So I'm not really clear as to when the initial decision was made, but probably somewhere early on when I was just leaving stupid voice messages on my answering machine.
All right, and what are some roles that you auditioned for and you just couldn't believe that you got the part for them?
Well, Spike was one of them, of course. And Wolverine, oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I was an X-Men fan since I was much, much younger. And to book something like Wolverine was ridiculous. I just couldn't believe I could do it. And then I remember going into the studio and hearing all the characters come to life around me from the other actors and working with some of my favorite actors in the industry who I've been following like a stalker for years. It's still astonishing to me. I mean, that just doesn't get old. So I would say Wolverine is probably the biggest surprise for me. But it's actually the voice that I've always had in my head for Wolverine, reading comics. So it's just one of those things that I lucked into.
All right, thanks. One last thing.
Sure.
Can I brofist you?
Yeah. Can you what? Brofist me?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Fist bump.
Oh, brofist.
Yeah.
Fist
I thought
bump.
you said brofus. That's not anything I have to do naked, right? Here, baby. Yeah! Except brofist.
Kind of a silly question.
There are no silly questions, only silly answers.
But, like, some fans of yours actually consider Spike to be a Jewish character. Do you consider him to be
A Jewish character?
Yeah, because he has an Israeli gun and has...
Well, I'm Jewish, so maybe that's why I was cast. I'm not sure.
It never occurred to me, but yeah, probably so. Maybe that's why they hired me. I wore my yarmulke to sessions. Just for protection, you know, we were saying dirty things, so just in case. Sorry.
Israeli pistol.
Yeah. It's a really interesting question. Nobody's ever asked that before. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Mom and Dad will like that question.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Emerson, and two things. Can you sign this?
I can. I'm going to be doing a signing after.
Oh, my
so
bad. Sorry. And then, as dumb as this sounds, can you actually record my voicemail?
I can do that after also. Yeah.
All right.
Because there are other people waiting for stuff, you know.
All right.
Just drag me down in the hall and I'll do whatever you like. I forgot this was Vegas.
I would be having sex with like Tom, Mugen, and Spike at the same time.
Let's go, Pikachu.
She's a right.
God bless you.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm good. I just wanted to say you've changed my whole experience of Samurai Champloo. I watched in Japanese. It was that great. You though, perfect.
Oh,
Every year I cosplay it Mugen just because it's the best.
oh, thank you.
I love it, and I wish I had your voice too.
It's for rent.
How much?